Happy 2026, everybody. This episode we're getting into what January means to us and talking about why New Year's resolutions are very stupid and what we're doing instead.
Yeah, it's a nurturing, soft hug coming back into the new year. And we're here to take the pressure off, talk about ourselves, catch up, and then we end on some fun goals that, again, it's just easing into it. January is about nesting and nurturing and finding your way to the big stuff, but not having to rush and jump into it. So we really just kind of felt aligned, talked about our everything. You just are here for the season 1 opener.
Exactly. And it's about like surrendering to the rhythm. The same way we surrender to the rhythm to our bodies, we're surrendering to the rhythm of the year. January is a breath for us, and that's what we're talking about. And I'm just feeling really excited, very grateful.
Me too.
So I hope you guys enjoy.
Yeah. Love you.
Love you.
Hello.
We're back.
We're fucking back.
I missed you so much.
I missed you so fucking much. It's crazy. Like, I don't know what people think our relationship is outside the pod, but like it's shifted because of the pod. Like, I want to talk to you every day, but we have to save things. So we hold back and then we save it for the podcast and then we're working on things. It's just like, it's all beautiful, but we need this back.
Yeah, it's just weekly therapy. And I know people feel like that when they're listening too. Because we don't really know like what we're doing, but season 2, we have a better idea now.
Yeah, we do.
I feel very comfortable and confident. And I feel like I need this. I know I've said that before, but like a month without.
No, we need it. We're not even doing this for anything other than the fact that we need this now. It's so true.
Listeners, I know, I guess we didn't lie. We said, I'll see you in 2026, and it is 2026. But we did take a little bit more time off because it's January.
We needed that. We needed that too. Like, we need this. And then in between seasons, we're going to need time off.
Yeah, well, you need to like recenter and regroup and reevaluate, just reflect. January is for reflection, not necessarily for doing.
Yeah.
Is my 2 cents. We'll get into that later, but catch me up. What have you been up to?
So many things. Crazy start to the year for me in life, and life's just life. And so the last 2 months have been all over the place, and now I'm here. I'm ready to, be in new 2026 routine. It's the year of the horse, clearly. Yes. So I'm gonna embrace that. And my word for the year is empowerment.
Oh.
And yeah, so I feel like finally now we're a few weeks into January, I can like start actually looking at the year. Whereas like I don't like the dates of like January 1 means nothing to me.
Nothing.
Nothing, absolutely nothing. And I think we'll talk a little bit about that today. But a fun little anecdote story for today would be just getting back is I touched on this last season. I want to ride horses. I feel a true calling. And I started last year. Yeah, the year of the horse.
Year of the horse.
There we go. Horse. Not to be like so predictable, but like classic. I kind of honestly now it's kind of like too much, but this year to me is about taking action, empowerment, like all those things. So like when I have an idea, Molly said it in when our first interview with her, if you've thought about it for, what did she say? Like 48 hours, like, you better fucking do it is basically the point.
Yeah, get into motion.
So like starting January 5th when I got back, I just started reaching out to so many people. I started like going to things like a workout class, like doing things that I've had ideas about. Like even with my shed, I had this guy, a friend of mine had like a junk removal guy. I'm like, I'm just going to call him. And he's over now. He's helping me with the shed. I'm basically getting to a point where I'm like, I'm not going to try to do everything myself anymore. And I'm going to stop putting things off. And those 2 things I think will change my life. And I'm just going to focus on that for a little bit with no expectations. So back to the horse topic. I really want to ride horses, but I'm intimidated. I started with the volunteering thing and that was sweet. And that will always be there. Something to do and like connect. And it's like, more and like manual labor, but I'm like, I got to get on the horse for my own spirituality and nervous system. And a lot of my year will be about that too, like grounding my nervous system and working on some of my trauma stuff. So anyway, I'm rambling now, but part of my reach out was I know someone who is extremely well versed in horses, has a ranch, owns many horses, has a riding club, and it's a little far from here. But I reached out to her being like, hey, do you know anyone closer to LA? And she was like, I have a friend in Ojai, which is still not in LA, but it's like a little over an hour. It's not bad. And everything in LA is an hour. Like me getting to Malibu,
Sure.
like in traffic is an hour. So it's like,
Yeah.
it's further distance, but it's kind of the same time.
Mhm.
So I just reach out to this woman, sight unseen. And I'm like, hey, I'm interested in riding horses. I got your contact from this person and would love to come by and see your proper, like, see whatever this is. I'm just like blind. And like, I found the company online, but they do like a lot of things. They do like a
Yeah.
cattle club. They do, you can just do like scenic trail riding. You can do you can do horseback riding lessons. You can do a bunch of things, and the text chain was really casual. I was like, "Yeah, just come weekdays in the evening or weekends." And I was like, "Great, what time this week?" Like I just made it happen. So
Right.
I was gonna go there by myself, and then one of my girlfriends, I told her I was doing it, and she was like, "You know what? Like, I'll come with you." And I was like,
Because we need to get no, we need to get on the horse.
yeah, we need to get on the horse. And I
We
was
need to
like,
get on the horse.
I've been teetering, like something else I want to talk about this season as I've been teetering between independence and support. Like when am I doing something independently and when do I need the support to still do it myself but get support? And I was like, you know what? I feel like
Huh.
does that make sense?
No, it does, and the download I immediately got, but I didn't wanna interrupt you, but
No, chime
of
in.
course, I'm always gonna it's one thing about me is that I'm interrupting.
Me too.
But I was thinking that, like, when you need support, it comes easily.
Uh-huh.
There's times I don't know, I just feel like that when you need support, the universe is like, "And here's your support."
Yes,
And
exactly.
or
It
you
floats
know what I
in.
mean? It just floats in, and you're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
that's why okay, thank
You have
God
to
I
be
get."
open though,
You
because
do.
I've
You do.
noticed like my knee jerk 2025 was I'm either doing this all myself and
Right.
white knuckling the experience and being like, I don't need anyone. No one knows how to help me. Fuck you guys. I'm gonna do all this myself. And then I was like, you know what? Hoffman and some experience made me realize just when you get the right support, like there's no shame in that. And that doesn't take away from the fact that I still carried the torch and crossed the line myself, but there were people there cheering for me and supporting me and telling me I could do it. So does that
Yeah.
make sense?
No, it does because and it's also, like, you getting support from someone, I feel like is in a healthy sense is gonna be mutually beneficial to the other person of like, oh,
Yes.
like, you got something out of them, they're probably getting something out of you even if it's not
Yes.
the same thing, and all of a sudden, like, that's, like, the whole
Yes.
fucking point.
'Cause I love being there for people that gives me life and purpose and meaning in my
Right,
situation.
right,
So I talked about this with my therapist of being like, I feel like there's like things in my life that people can't understand. And so I don't get vulnerable about them. I keep them to myself. And then I feel misunderstood because I like want to over explain myself or give context. And she's
right,
like, honestly, like it sounds like you're not giving people the chance to be there for you. And they're probably frustrated with you because they want to be there for you, but you won't let them.
right.
And I was like, shit, I
No,
think
it's
I
like a
am like
self-fulfilling
that.
prophecy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when my girlfriend, shout out Mallory, said, I want to come with you. I love horses, whatever. I was like, you know what? Maybe it'll be nice. It's like kind of a long drive both ways.
Mm,
Let's do this thing. So we go, we spend a few hours before. It's a cute town there. And I say all this context because it wasn't just Mish brought me in high school when I was a little depressed to ride horses in Atlanta, and I learned, and it
mhm.
was like more English style, like traditional, what you see with like,
Yeah,
all that stuff. And
yeah.
this was Western as Western can get.
Fuck yeah, that's my
And
favorite.
no,
That's yeah.
dude, but I haven't been on a horse in 10 years. And so the lady that was supposed to be giving me the instructions was an hour late. And she's like, I'm going to have my friend set you up, a girl at the barn set you up. And I feel like this girl, like, maybe like wasn't that ready to actually help me yet. And I wasn't that confident. So when I got on, I felt really connected to the horse. The horse was beautiful, blind in one eye. We were calm. We were good. Get on the horse and like, without like the gear and like all the things like in its Western saddle, like you
Yeah.
just feel a little bit like Lucy up
Yeah,
there. And I
yeah.
was like, I feel like I'm missing something. Like, should I have a seatbelt on? Like, I don't know. I was calm, but I was also starting to get a little nervous because I thought this was like a horseback riding lesson around the ring. Like, and then I'm starting to realize it's a little bit of a free for all out here. There's horses everywhere. People are just kind of jumping on them, moving to different rings. Like, this is not organized. And I don't even really remember like the horseback riding lessons I did, like the trainers in front of you leading the horse until you're like, you're good and you're galloping around the ring. Like, it's very structured. This was like, okay, get on the horse and meet me at the ring. And I'm like, wait, how do I go forward again? How do I stop the horse? Like,
Yeah.
and I kind of had to I just had to admit, I'm like, wait, I love horses. I'm connected to horses, but like, I don't know what I'm doing. And Mallory was right there. She was like, you can do this. You're calm. Everything's good.
Yeah.
And the horse was like starting to like wanted to eat or something. Like the horse was not having it. And
Yeah.
so I got this like but again, all spiritual lesson. Every 20, 30 minutes, I'm like conquering a new things throughout the hour and a half. Like I got so much done from being pushed in a situation that like really was not beginner at all, Nina. It was too
Yeah.
much. But I did it, and by the end, we were doing their cattle club, which is like, so after I got comfortable for a little bit, and again, this is free for all. Like if I'm over in the corner with my horse and people get distracted, like I have to get the horse to be calm and stable and like sit there. And then if it starts moving around, then I got to turn the horse around, get him back. Like I was having practice the whole time and kind of freaking out, but the horse leads off your energy. So I like I got my confidence back up throughout the hour, and I was like, okay, the best situation for me and the horse is if I stay confident and just like all of it. It was a lot, but it was so great. And by the end I was doing their cattle club, and it's cool. You like go into the ring and they have like 20 cows and they all have numbers on them. And then so the first task is getting like the first 10, like if there's 2 zeros, 2 ones, 2 twos, 2 threes out of the 20, you want to get one of the zeros, one of the ones, half of them, 0 through
Yeah.
10, into one side and keep the other on the other side. And you start playing games with them. And so I was in the ring with like 4 other riders and we were like moving the horses around. And then by the end, they let me do a full round by myself. So I got to do 10 cows. And it was cool. I was like, I went from an hour and a half ago being like, I don't even know how to move my horse to playing a full cattle game at the end with people I had just met. And I was like, damn, this is it. This is like the discomfort that you resist. And I could have easily not gone. And
Yeah.
two times I
quit.
looked at them. Yeah, 2 times I looked at them. I was like, yeah, we'll see how I feel. And I kept being like, maybe I'll hop off. Maybe I'll just observe.
Yeah.
And I kept pushing. And like, you need to be safe. I don't know if that was like honestly the safest thing for me to be doing, but
I feel like you were safe.
I
You were on
was,
a blind horse. No, I'm just kidding.
yeah,
But, like,
on a blind horse. Low
like-
key, no one was wearing helmets, so I was a little embarrassed to ask for a helmet. I probably
Western,
should
baby.
have. I know. I'm like, oh fuck, they don't wear helmets. Like, all these little things. So, anyways, I wanted to tell that story because it was a great turning point for me. Like, I've done some actionable things this month, but like, it was a real actionable shift for me, like a little intensity, a little bit of just all the things, and something that was on my bucket list. And now I feel confident. And now if I do just go do a classic horse riding lesson, I'm like, let's fucking go. I'm ahead. I'm ahead of this.
No, first of all, very proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very, very proud of you. And and I'm jealous.
Well, when you come
now.
now we're going somewhere.
Oh, I love that.
You know what I mean? We have a thing
No,
to do. We're
totally.
going to go.
I love that. And like, okay, wait, because this just ties into January and like
Yeah.
what January is. Because like you said, you were like, you had a download, you took the action, but it's like relaxed.
Yes, totally. I'm not trying to jump. I'm not trying to like now go do that every week and be like, I'm going to be a professional cattle wrangler. Like, no, like I'm going to take the experience. I eased into it, honestly. It wasn't like too much. And yeah, so go ahead. Like, yeah.
No, I just have like a hot take.
Okay, let's hear it.
I hate New Year's resolutions.
Yeah, me too.
I
I
think
always
they're
have, actually.
right. I think they're the stupidest thing. I mean, don't get me wrong. Setting a goal is going to like, all good things. You want to set goals for yourself. You want to, put yourself in uncomfortable situations and learn and grow. Like, I'm here for the growth. I'm here for like what it is, but I'm not here for like it being January 1st. It always being so intense. Like,
Yes.
I want to like doing all this stuff because I used to be someone who would absolutely come out of the gate January 1st with like a whole to-do list, do the vision board, do the thing, like just such frantic energy, truly, where I'm like,
Mhm.
it's only a year. I don't have enough time to get everything done. So I have to like pedal to the metal. Um,
Mhm.
Come February, I'm totally burnt out and I'm just going back to my old habits.
Yep.
And I did that for years. And I just got this like, I got this feeling where I was like, January is the breath of the year. Like that, you're not supposed to be doing shit in January.
Yep.
I believe that to my core. You're telling me you come from the holidays of being like 110 miles an hour talking to people and everything. And like, I mean, back to back celebrations and this, and it's so much fun. And then you're supposed to hit January 1 and
Traveling,
yeah.
everything.
And then January 1, you're supposed to go conquer all your goals for the next year.
Have your whole life together.
That's quite
Energetically,
ridiculous.
spiritually, literally, financially. Yeah,
Yeah,
get the fuck out of here.
that's quite fucking ridiculous.
It's actually so it's honestly sad. Like it puts so much pressure on everyone and
And for what?
I don't know. Honestly, Nina, I stayed off social media the last 60 days. I know it's not good for business and I got to get back on, but it was so helpful for me. I forgot dates and timing and in messages and the messages I needed to see floated in a way more organic way through humans and on paper and through like looking out and like everyone for 60 days at once a year do that. And like the holidays is a good time to do it. January is a good time to do it because it's when everyone's so intense and you feel this like pull to like be doing something you should be doing. And I just like, yeah, I cannot agree with you more. It's
It
a,
it
we're
just
sold something that's just,
no, because it literally breeds insecurity. If you
yeah, it
think
does.
about it,
And
January
shame.
1st, yeah, because what do you mean? Like, I'm looking
Yeah.
outside and it's completely gray. There's no leaves. Like,
Right. Exactly.
everything is at slumber.
It's the
And
worst time in the you're exactly right. It is, like, literally the worst time in the entire year to be high productivity.
yeah, and like, here's the thing, is like, the two truths can be two at the same time. I'm not
Yeah.
saying, like, be a loser and
No,
only eat
right,
junk
right,
food
right,
and binge, like,
right.
TV shows and, like, be in a depression hole. Don't I
No,
mean,
no,
like,
no,
that's definitely not what I'm saying.
no.
So,
That's
don't be
like if you
extreme
have
about
that
it.
2 days out of the month, that's fine. Everyone needs a down moment, but
Yeah.
you can't let yourself get stuck in those places.
Yeah.
And we know that. We've
Exactly.
talked about that. But you're just saying, if I'm interpreting it right, there's a pressure to go from look at all of the fucked upness of your 2025 and then overnight after a month of
The craziest time of the year.
craziest time of the year, you're eating bad, you're drinking bad, you're exhausted from socializing and family drama and traveling, and now you have to take all of that and in one night or 2 nights or 3 nights, how much shame you can live through for 3 days.
Sure, sure.
You might get to January 5th and be like, okay, I made it the first 4 days being a loser. Now I really have to turn it up, and the pressure's
Because
even
I'm
higher.
already yeah, because you're like, I'm already
Yeah.
behind.
Now I'm already behind. Oh, God, you're so right. I've never thought about it like this. And I've
I
always struggled
can't.
to connect. I've tried.
Me
It's like,
too.
this is different if people aren't Christian or Catholic. I don't know if the Christian denominations or sectors have this, but Lent always really bothered me as a kid.
Yeah.
Did you ever have to do Lent stuff?
No, but I was surrounded by a bunch of Catholics, like, friends, and
Yeah,
they were like,
yeah.
they're like,
We can't have
"We"
sugar for 40 days.
yeah, they're like, "We gotta give something up." I was like, "We gotta give something up?"
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god, what why?
Yeah, whoa, whoa.
I was like, "Shit, alright." So I would.
Right, and it's and to say that both Lent and New Year's resolutions, like, the message behind them is not bad, but I think it's, like, the intensity and then the shame that follows when you fuck it up is so much worse
Yeah.
than what the message like, the purity of what the message could be, and so it's, like so it's hard to not be I don't know. I just have an issue with the shame element, and I think a lot of people are sitting in guilt and shame and feel bad about themselves. So like, why are we adding on another thing that everyone's just gonna sit there and scroll and be like, oh, I'm not doing enough. So okay, so
Right.
keep going. So are you saying what have you been doing the last few weeks? Like when did you have that realization? Do you have a new approach? Even if it's
Yes, that's what I wanna get into. I'm not gonna just
Yeah.
sit here and complain and not give,
Exactly,
and not
exactly.
and
Give
not
me your
give.
take. Continue on the hot take or your interpretation.
So, I was thinking, and I was like, the word rhythm keeps coming to me,
Mm,
it's like, especially with, like, women, we don't have a lot of male listeners, like, no, not at all.
probably not a
So
lot.
talking about, like, rhythm,
Well,
as women.
if you're a man and you're listening, you can learn this
Yeah,
to support the women in your life, and maybe you can learn something from us. So keep
exactly,
listening.
exactly.
Don't tune out.
But especially as women, like, we operate in a rhythm,
Hmm.
like with our hormonal cycles, like
Literally
we
a
literally like
full
follow.
cycle.
Yeah, we follow the moon, right? Like there's like a
Hmm.
whole thing there of like each week is something different and the hormones they flare up and they do this, then you need to eat this and there's so much freedom in the surrender to the cycle rather than trying to be like control the cycle, right? So I had this feeling of like surrendering to the rhythm for the year where, because even last year, I mean, last year was a little rough, but before that was, last year Sam was in the hospital, just
Hmm.
reminder for all the
A year
listeners out there.
ago.
Yeah. But before that, I was very much like a January 1st, like, let's fucking go. And I had this, like, and we've been in this rhythmic vibe, I feel like. So, like, for the year, what wasn't just like an epiphany came out of nowhere. But I
Yeah.
was like, January, like, if you look at the year, like, where does that fall in the rhythm? It's luteal phase.
Yep.
It's hibernation, reflection, like relaxation, keep warm.
Nurturing.
It's nurturing. It's like
Nesting.
nesting for sure. So what did I do? I did a whole closet clean out. I mean,
There
like
you go.
6 trash bags of clothes and just like reorganized the feng shui in there.
Yep.
Um, I did little house things around the house where like my shower curtain rod was like falling out of the wall. So I got a new one and got a new shower curtain, did a little revamp, right? A little
Mhm.
freshen up. I did like
Mhm.
some deep cleaning around the house and just like a lot of kind of looking at my space and getting it
Cleansing.
ready. Yeah, just getting it
Getting it
ready
ready. Yeah, that is literally what the
for.
nesting when people I think are later in their pregnancy, they start feeling this like, okay, it's like literally a hormonal drive to get ready for
Yeah,
the birth.
exactly. Because it's like when spring comes around, like that's the new, and all of a sudden, like the foundation that you're laying in January and February. I mean, I live in Atlanta, so like the seasons are so
Obvious.
obvious.
I know I'm jealous of that.
Yeah, so I always relate that to the seasons, but just talking about the months, like January and February is just meant to like lay a foundation. And sure, journaling, writing goals, but kind of just like sitting with yourself, just sort of meditating, thanks to my girl C.
We'll talk about that too.
Oh, I would love to talk about that. But
Yeah.
I'm only 2 days in, so, like, what the fuck do I know? But anyways, but that's kind of, like, where I was getting at, and social media, I'm consistently on it, and it's the same messaging over and over again, and I'm like, "This is not for us. It's not for us. This is not for our listeners. You're
Yeah.
not supposed to be sitting in shame in this time. You're supposed to be taking care of yourself. If you're working out, just do Pilates and yoga, like, relax. I work out I do Pilates on my floor in front of a dish heater. Love
Yeah.
that thing. But it's things like that where I'm like, this is the time of year that you just exhale, take a breath, recenter, okay? We're not on the rat race. Exactly.
Yeah.
There's no finish line here, but there's a rhythm. And if you can surrender to the rhythm of like yourself and your hormones or the year in general, you are going to find so much more fulfillment in the moments in the day to day. Your nervous system is going to be way more in line. And that is what I'm after this year. Cause I got
Mhm.
goals on goals. I have plans. I have ideas and I have so much I want to do, but I know damn well that it's going to come. But right now is not the time for me to pedal to the metal it.
Yeah. Abso-fucking-lutely.
That's
I
my
also
rant.
wanna I love that. I wanna rewind too, when I was just like, "Oh my god, we just started the podcast. I have so much to say," and I was like, "My word for the year is empowerment." I also didn't come up with that until last night, and
Right.
I'm gonna send you something in the mail. When Mallory and I yesterday were in Ojai, we were in this, like, really cute paper store, um, and now we're like, "Guys, we're recording this towards the end of the January because we basically me and Nina are having telepathy and like we're doing all these things we're talking about without really discussing them and I think we knew to do this episode is the same the same thing. It's like we needed a few weeks to prepare and like nourish ourselves to then be able to do the episode the same way we're talking about like even bigger scale things.
Right.
So to like sit down and like come up with my things for the year, like I'm still getting to that point, but we found this like incredible journal thing, and I'm usually not a or planner. I'm usually not a planner person because I'm not organized enough for that.
Well,
But
planners
this,
kind of sometimes have that energy that I'm talking about. It's like,
I
get it
know,
done and be
I
a
know,
boss. And I'm like, shut
I
up.
know, exactly
Shut
same.
up.
I don't relate to that.
No.
So this is the intentional planner, and I'm gonna send you one. It's beautiful. Also, doesn't it give you like my Louis Vega colors?
Yes. Oh,
Kind
I
of the.
love that.
It's just beautiful. So I wanted it, and it
Wait,
goes
can
with my
you like
house.
share the website so people are gonna
Yeah,
wanna
absolutely. Okay, so I found
and
it
tell
in a
us about
paper
it?
store. I'm going to because it's going along with everything you said. So this is Wild House Paper is the brand. It's gorgeous. Intentional Planner 2026, and they had a bunch of other things too. But okay, so I'm just gonna read the beginning. This year, this is the year you stop performing for a life that no longer fits. You know too much now to keep ignoring the poll. This is power and moving slower, choosing wiser, and trusting the quiet part of you that's always known the way, aka the moon, baby. We are the moon. How to use this planner is a daily guide that helps you use intention as a bridge between your inner world, how you move through your outer one. You won't find long to-do lists or rigid goal trackers here. Instead, you find a gentle structure, just enough to hold what matters. Each month begins with a theme and prompts for reflection. Each day offers a space for only 3 priorities because your focus is sacred and best used in small doses. There's also a simple daily check-in that invites you to root into a moment of intention and to evolve a little each day. The start of the new year always carries a certain softness. You have not fallen behind. You have not broken any promises to yourself. It's a clean slate, a sense of spaciousness, a quiet kind of hope. That's what this planner holds. The belief that time is a gift and intention is how you honor it, not by doing more, but by living fully in the ways that matter most to you. Not by doing more. Note that.
Oh,
And when life inevitably gets messy, when you miss a few days, fall out of rhythm, or lose your spark, this planner doesn't ask you to catch up. It simply invites you to begin again, which is also the meditation message. You're only in day 2,
yeah.
but you'll get there. Just begin again. To return without guilt or pressure. A place that always meets you where you are so you can keep moving in small doses towards a life that feels like your own. So I won't keep reading for the rest of this podcast, but basically there's daily intentions, there's there's a monthly intention, and this gives its own list. Like month one is purpose, and then intimacy, then perspective, nurture, balance, expansion, blah, blah, blah. And then there's weekly and then daily. So you can like break it down, and maybe someone like isn't going to come to this every day, but even just the monthly would be enough to come to once a month, however you want to do it. I look at these things as like no pressure.
But it's also like to your point of like you don't have to do it every day, kind of how we talked about the artist's way. There is an energetic like thing that happens
Yes,
once you own something like that. Once you
exactly.
have the
You just
like
open it up
exactly.
and
Like and
you connect.
yeah, and
It's not
it's
about how you do it or how well you do it.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that I mean, that like just spoke to my soul. That's so weird.
Right?
Like it's
I know,
just
isn't this
things that
weird?
like
Because guys, we don't
yeah.
talk about this before. We just hop on and we
Yeah.
know, me Nina said the moon and I said, let's fucking go. And that's basically what we do. But I just want to keep reading because I think this just
Yes.
goes off to confirm your rant about January. Um, I just want to show you what this says. So month 1 is purpose. January feels like, in quotes or in parentheses, hope, a trust fall, an everything shower, hot tea warming your hands, leaving the city and seeing the stars you forgot were always there, saying no when you used to say yes, noticing how intricate a snowflake is, starting before you're ready, a to-do list with only 3 items on it, keeping a promise you made to yourself, the first page of a new planner, a full 8 hours of sleep, the pause before a deep breath.
What the fuck, dude?
I know. I know.
What?
It's so great. Okay. And then I'm going to read one more page and then I'll shut up.
Okay.
Purpose. Purpose is the steady thread woven through the changing seasons of our life. It's not a job title or a perfect plan. It's the quiet knowing that lives beneath the noise, often uncovered, not chosen. Purpose reveals itself in small moments, in what brings you peace, in what pulls you forward, in what you return to when everything else falls away. It's less about finding the right path, more about creating a life that feels aligned with who you are at your core. Purpose doesn't demand perfection, only presence. It asks you to listen closely, act intentionally, and keep coming home to yourself. So and then okay, one more thing. Underneath it says, what if January was about slowing down? Because I'm just confirming everything you said.
Yeah.
About slowing down when the world tells you to speed up, a reset that begins with honesty, not pressure. Doing less to make space for what matters. I love doing less. Doing less, baby. A slow morning, a shorter list, the courage to start small, choosing one thing and letting the rest wait, following what feels true, even if it goes against the norm, letting purpose guide your actions instead of chasing an ideal, finding clarity through movement, not overanalysis, making choices that reflect who you are today. What if January was a quiet return to clarity, not from pushing harder, but from finally allowing yourself to breathe? Like, this shit's deep, but like, I'm sorry. How good is that?
That's amazing. That
I
is
know.
no, that's crazy because it's just
Yeah.
kind of like the feeling I have about like, when I was thinking, like, what is January to me?
Yeah, the
And,
feeling.
well, it's also like whatever the masses in society are saying, I'm like, "Eh, it's probably the opposite."
I know,
That's
we're
where I
both
start.
like that. We're both like that, which,
Well, and
gives us an edge, but I think it's accurate.
no, like, I agree with you, and I think too, in this day and age, especially, like, with the level of technology we have and AI
Mhm.
out there, like, the ability to do like, certain skills is just it's gonna come like, it's not gonna be necessary anymore, right?
Yeah.
But, like, something that, like and something I keep coming home to because everyone's like, "AI is gonna take your jobs." Whatever. Something I keep coming home to that, like, is also reinforcing in, like, a societal way is that no matter the machine, like, the connection to source and the connection
Yeah.
to your creativity and your inner voice and intuition, like, that right there is the differentiating between, like, machine and human.
Yeah,
And
and that's
it
all we have. That's actually all we
exactly.
have.
That's like it's the whole point.
The machine and the progress and the modernization, it's also scary, but it's like,
Inevitable.
that's inevitable, and, like, the thing that no one can take away is exactly what you're saying. It's, like, the thing that we're, like, born with, and it's, like, much bigger than us, and if you can find a strong connection to that, which I think we're both growing into, our
Yeah.
voice, our femininity, our power, our gut intuitions, like, you could even boil it down to something more literal, just, like, probably, like, my mom watching us over email and running the business. Like, when you started running stuff 4 years ago and then I became your mentee, the way that we've both grown from that space, like, doesn't
Mhm.
happen overnight, and it's also, like, this maturing into, like, an inner voice where, like, you don't have to look over to Mish and be like, "Hey, how should I respond to this email?" Like, we still do that sometimes when something's really, like, we don't know, but those emails that you asked about 2 years ago, like, that's just second nature to you response.
Yeah, and when we say
You know what
email
I
people,
mean?
we mean, like, business problems.
Yeah,
Like
business problems. S
yeah.
But that's like a learning, and it's also like a confidence in your the inner sourcing you're talking about. Like,
Yeah.
it's connecting with that because some people can't connect to it, and
It's a practice.
it's a practice. It's not like a jump to situation in my
Yeah,
eyes.
and I know we've hammered on this, but, like, I feel like the first step around this, like, of awareness, whatever, but, like, it's peeling back the shame. It's
Yeah, for
peeling back,
sure.
like, like, anything that makes you like, you feel like you're, like, a square, like, trying to, like, fit yourself into something, like,
Yeah.
and expanding the possibility that, like, you're more or
Do you
that
think
tell
Go ahead,
me.
sorry.
No,
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 I was
no.
just gonna say I interrupt her today. Do you think that, like, the shame piece is from? Because I feel like we need to break that down. Like, do you think it's from feeling like, yeah, the box that I'm not the thing that someone else needs me to be, so then I feel bad about myself? Or, I mean, there's could be so many ways to look at that, but I think it's like,
I don't
when you're
I
not like, I'm trying to think of how to describe, like, I've gotten more and more connected to this inner voice, and I'm trying to think about, it's just started. I mean, it's a progress, it's a slow build, like I was saying. You could, like, watch it in the business sense, but, like, in a personal sense, you can't really articulate how it happens, but I'm trying to reverse engineer and think about what was blocking me when I didn't have it. And is it because I'm people pleasing too much? Is it because I'm trying to be something that, like, I thought everyone wanted me to be? Like, I'm not there yet, but I'm growing into it, and I can reflect a little bit back, and I'm like, what are the blockers
I
that
think it's
keeps you from hearing it?
I think it's expectation. I think
Yeah.
shame and anxiety arises in the space between who you are and who you think you should be.
Yes.
Not to get confused with who you are becoming, right?
Right.
Who you are in the day-to-day, the habits you do, the way you think, like, uh, the things you whatever, the way you do, the things you think, the people you hang out with, like, that will all contribute to what you're becoming. I think confidence comes in, like, being in the present moment and doing all the things that line up to the person you wanna become.
Yeah.
And then, like, next paragraph, like, shame and anxiety comes from being in the present and being like, "Well, I should be this, and I'm not this, and I need to be doing this." And it's like this, like, little rat voice, little
Yes.
annoying little rat voice of being like, "You're doing this wrong, da 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 da." Like, where so, like, reverse engineer, I feel like that rat voice, instead of being like, you should be doing this or you're not doing this right or whatever. It's more of being like, okay, well, what's a little habit in the day that it's about like getting control over. I don't know. I don't
It's
know.
about
I lost it.
silencing the no, no, you're on the right track. It's about silencing the rat voice, to be honest.
Or just redirecting it.
Yeah,
Oh, you're
it's
doing
very
this
hard
wrong.
though. It's very hard.
No, I know. I know.
It's hard to not care because we all care, but sometimes you have to not care, to be honest.
But the shame and another thing with shame is like if you bring it to light, it can't survive. Shame cannot survive in the light.
Yeah, that's what
So
I mean. It's like discussing that thing. It's like
yeah,
bring it
like
up, and then you might just want to do that alone with a therapist. It doesn't need to be like,
or a
"Oh, you're
journal.
ashamed." Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh, I've gone way more into journaling the last like 60 days, and God, man, it is helping me so much.
Yeah.
Because there are some things I don't wanna talk about with just literally anyone, and I'm in therapy right now, it's great, but I don't have, like, I have some trust issues, and I don't know, like, it's not, like, the easiest thing for me to tell even that person every thought I have, so I love like, you're right, journal is a beautiful is a gift.
No, I just had an epiphany. I don't think it's
Yeah.
about silencing the rat voice. I think it's about you, 1, being able to observe it, and then 2,
Yeah.
giving it a safe place to express itself. The rat voice is coming from a place of, like, fear, right? I mean, and
Mhm.
other emotions, like and I feel like your ability and that's, like, very, like, masculine energy. Like, you have, like, a balance of energies within you. Like, rat voice is, to me, just like wildfire and, like, you being able to come in and be like, "Hey, like, we don't need to do it that way," or, like, just giving a safe space for the rat voice to, like, go blah, 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 and you're like, "Okay, are you done?"
Mhm.
Kind of like a child, like, treating it like a child, which I don't know if
Yeah.
that's, like, maybe demeaning towards yourself, but, like,
No,
that's
no,
kind of
no,
what I
no.
do.
That's the whole point. We have like a lot of these voices are from very old experiences. So it kind of rat voice is also AKA sometimes inner child, also wounded self. Like it's all of the things.
Yeah, yeah.
So
It's the rat.
um you're right. Okay, this is a side tangent, but I was talking to a friend about intrusive thoughts. I have intrusive thoughts sometimes.
Yeah.
And the meditation app gets into this. So like once you and for just to give a little hindsight or a little tidbit about meditation, I've never been able to meditate successfully because I thought you did a certain thing or it looked a certain way or it was supposed to feel a certain way and I would
The
give up.
shame. I was like,
Yeah, the
"I'm
same.
doing this wrong,
It's like
so
the
I can't do
planner. It's
it."
the
Yeah.
January 1st. It's all the
Yeah.
same shit. And I feel like there's like this episode's either gonna hit for some people or they're gonna be like, God, I have no idea what the fuck you guys are saying.
No,
But
no, they're
I
gonna
will
get it. They're
I
gonna
think they're
I
gonna get it.
believe
I
in
think they're
them.
gonna get it. But I do think that like the meditation is like it's a buzzword, it's a buzz activity, and like I was just with someone over the
It's also kind of
holidays.
egotistical. "Oh, you
I know,
meditate?"
I
Like, "Oh, you're
know, I
so
know, I
connected.
know. All this stuff is like, oh, it's kind of
You can
cringe.
sit with your thoughts."
I
Honestly,
know.
and you know what? Bitch, yeah, I can.
No,
That is a
Nina, just
flex.
wait. I'm on day 20. Just fucking wait, girl.
Jesus Christ. I'm
I
on day
know.
2.
I've never done anything this consecutively, but it's changing my life. Okay. So with someone over the holidays that's been meditating every day for 2 years, and they sent me this 30-day thing and they were like, just get through the first 10 days. So you'll notice a difference. And the next 20 days, whatever. And they were right. And to be honest, like it's the delivery of this app. So it's called Waking Up if anyone wants to download it, or you can text me about it or DM me or whatever. Um, and what it does is it gives you like intro level 5, 10-minute, 12-minute, 15-minute meditations. And then afterwards, there's like the guy, his name is Sam Harris. Some people have probably heard of him or his voice before. He's a really soothing voice, but he gives like anecdotes in a different section after you meditate. And even when they walk you through it, it's very doable. And it's like the journal said, like, if you get off track for a few minutes and like you just begin again and you come back. So it's very like drop the expectations. It's very, there's no
Yeah.
right way to do this. And it's beautiful. But I just wanted to say that because the intrusive thoughts thing that it's starting to touch on goes back to this voice. So the voice that's coming in telling you, a big thing for me is catastrophizing. So some of my voice is like jumping to the worst case scenario. And now I'm having to learn to that I can't control that all the time, especially if I'm like going through a hard thing. Like that voice is entering right now. I don't have the power to stop it, to be honest, yet. Maybe I will. But the key of what I'm learning is that when it comes in, it's what I do with it. So I'm trying to observe the voice and observe the message, and then what I do next is where my power lies for now. So like I can take that catastrophizing and I can take action from it, which
Mm-hmm.
usually leads me down a road that's not good. Or I can hear it, pause, breathe, and do the other alternative, which is not let it have power over me. So the whole point of the app, and so far what I'm getting from it, is not about the thoughts or all of this junk and all it's trying to stop it all or silence the rat voice. You're so right. It's not that. I take
It's
it
not
back.
that.
I didn't say that, guys, okay? It's about it's about observing, and that's basically it.
Well,
All you
and
can do is observe.
there's a thing about like when people are like, love yourself. Like loving the good parts of yourself,
Mhm.
that's
Mhm.
easy.
Mhm.
Like finding the compassion for the rat voice, that's when you really start to genuinely feel deep, like unconditional love for
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
you love yourself back. And it's like, and then you can start filling up your own cup in a way that I feel like can be really rely on other people to fill your cup.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm 2 days in, but as someone who has dabbled in meditation and did it consistently, but like in the past, it felt like I was just like checking, like this was during a time where I was like, if I just do all the things the gurus tell me and check,
Yeah.
and I do the journal, check, I do the meditation, check, and I work out at 6 a.m., check, and I do these things every day, I'm going to be able to bypass my emotional healing and
Yep.
I'm not going to have to deal with that. So that was like a
Yep.
huge, you know, slap in the face. That didn't work at all.
That's a part of like I think anyone that goes down these roads to healing or wanting to be better, that's a required step
Totally.
to realizing it doesn't work. The checklist version of it, and that's what this journal, I mean, we'll see. I mean, it's kind of fucking deep for a planner, but it's saying this is not a checklist because
Yeah.
that doesn't work.
And that is my energy for
Yeah,
2026.
me too. Fist bump me through the screen, girl.
Bitch, get over
I
here.
bitch, I fucking love you. We're so it's so
It's crazy how aligned we are when we
I
don't even
know when we don't talk.
we've talked 2 times this month, guys, and they were like
I
30-minute
know.
phone calls, and they
Yeah.
were half about work. So,
Yep. Yep.
but it's like, okay, all of that to say, we're not taking big action right now, but do you have goals for this
Yeah.
year
Yeah,
related
absolutely.
to Louis Vega,
Yeah.
business, like friendship, work, like, of course, empowerment, but that's gonna I don't know. Do you have anything
Wait,
specific?
yeah, can I make it kind of fun for us?
Duh.
Okay. I saw on Instagram today that like Pisces is having a big year.
Good for
So it made
Pisces.
me
Shout out Pisces.
I have a lot of important Pisces in my life, so I was looking that up for them today and sending it. Um because there's an astrological thing happening specifically for Pisces. It's really powerful. They're ending a 14-year stop point. So if you're a Pisces, Google this stuff, but I want to do it for me and you. So hold on, because mine was pretty aligned for myself. I'm going to hold my microphone between my legs. Can you still see me okay?
Yeah. This podcast is
Okay.
so Taurus and Scorpio friendly
I
that
know.
maybe
I
that just
know.
needs to be our
I
target
know.
market.
I know. But someone also, this would be fun if someone wrote in and was like, can you look up some stuff about Cancer? And then we could do that for them. Okay.
I would love
We got to
that.
get Annie back on. Okay. So I Googled earlier, is this because I saw a video about it and I wanted to get more specific for this person. So I Googled something specific. I'm trying to remember what I wrote. And then I did it for myself. So I said, this year, 2026, a big year for a Scorpio turning 29. Okay. let's see. And I'm going to get AI mode. So it's AI, guys. Take everything with a grain of salt.
Sure. It's useful.
Yeah. Okay. I'm reading it because it kind of goes along with what my goals already were. Yes, 2026 is an exceptionally significant year for a Scorpio turning 29, as it marks the culmination of your Saturn return, a major astrological rite of passage that occurs every 29 and a half years. This year represents a transition from youth to true adulthood, characterized by deep personal transformation and long-term career shifts. Because yes, to your point, Louis Vega is my main squeeze this year. More details. It says, wait, it's not giving me what I saw earlier on my phone. So let me just see. Okay. So there's different dates starting in February. There's an end of the Saturn return lessons. Focus shifts to daily discipline. So mid-February, I should screenshot this. Mid-February, I'll be focusing on daily discipline. Then May 1st, a moment for emotional release and shedding old identities. It's a full moon in Scorpio. June 30th, massive boost to career, public recognition, and leadership. Interesting.
Ooh.
I know. So we should note that mid-summer. August 12th, potential.
Like our year reunion or year anniversary of starting the podcast.
Ooh.
I know, dude. It's too weird. It's too fucking
It's too
crazy.
weird. It's too weird.
It's too weird.
In August 12th, potential big break or significant shift in professional direction. I read earlier that October through November is going to be sticky for me. It says introspection on self-worth and relationship patterns. And then November 9th, launching new visions. So there was more good things I read earlier, but it basically says while your career expands, Saturn moves into your 6th house, demanding a radical overhaul of your daily habits and work-life balance. This is a period later in the year to question values, appearance, worth, and a personal reset. It gave me some good stuff. I'm not loving like this one that I'm getting on my laptop, but it just all aligned with like my intuition was about really focusing on work and taking like the groundwork that I've laid the last 4 years and fucking doing this shit for myself and really integrating into my life and making it a priority because I've been on like a healing journey that was required, but quite distracting from my work. And I'm very ready to, just focus like specifically, if I had to get specific, like I want to come up with a new collection. I want to get back in my artistry. I want to put myself out there more on social media, which I have a lot of resistance still to.
Same.
So we'll see how that, we'll see how that goes. But I don't think that my brand will thrive without me owning it and being a part of it. So I know that's required. And I want to get smart with my money and my time, discipline across all those boards. And then I would say, like, in terms of outside of work, I really want to travel and say yes to things that I've been saying no to for a while.
Yeah.
Out of fear. So those are my two avenues.
Oh, I love that.
Okay. Right? It's good, right?
No, that's great.
Now. We'll see what else builds when I kind of do more of this introspection. I haven't done too much thought planning. I've been more nesting and nurturing, like you said. So we'll continue off that. But what about you? And then I can also, you go first and then I'll read yours after and see how it looks. I read yours earlier, by the way.
I mean, I feel like we're always really work focused, but I'm especially work focused this year. The distractions, I got rid of so many distractions last year that has really freed up a lot of space. I feel like last year too, like planting the seed of starting the podcast, really launching Nova Linda, not even a year old, like as far as it being under my control. So like that launch, like, so I planted so many seeds last year where this year I'm focused on growing the fuck out of those seeds. With that being said, Nova Linda Instagram, I had the epiphany because I'm like, I have the podcast and then my personal and then that. And I was like, how do I separate myself across these platforms? Right. And with Nova Linda, I decided that like, that's going to be where I share like fashion, interior design, like doing a bunch of content, like videos, like really
lifestyle.
really sharing my like social media personality Whereas like, my personal Instagram, like love that, but that's for like friends and social and blah, 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 blah. But like if anything related to like fashion, beauty, interior design, like I'm trying to really create a Nova Linda world. And when you come to
Mm-hmm.
my page, you're stepping in that. And anything from like hosting tips to making a martini to getting an outfit together to designing a new collection. Like I really want to bring people into my world because it's so perfectly, unbelievably curated already. And I
Just need to
love
show
doing
them.
that. That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
Yeah,
and I have such a talent for that too. So I'm
you
really,
do.
really going to be putting myself out there more this year. And I want to grow Nova Linda as a lifestyle brand rather than just wallpaper and textiles, which has always been the goal. I just didn't really like
Yeah,
understand how.
yeah.
Um, but other than that, I want a website this year. I just got an at the Nova Linda email address. So I
Amazing.
want I want a website. I have the email going and I am just ready to just create a lot of brand awareness, doing a lot of content, doing like fun photo shoots with like my photography friends, just like really putting myself out there creatively in every avenue. So it's like the fashion, the photography, the wallpaper, like in anytime I've tried to pigeonhole myself, it like hurts me. Like
Yeah.
if I just view
Don't
myself as a
overthink
wallpaper,
it.
that's what I'm saying. Like I'm just gonna start doing what I
Yeah,
like and sharing what I like and it
that's so
not
much more authentic.
yeah, and just not caring as much of the aesthetic of the Instagram page or like all these little things. Like I am the brand. There's no wallpaper that's going to be sold without me, like you said, owning it. Nova Linda, those are my goals for this year, and I'm really excited. I feel like I'm about to like, I feel like I'm like at the cusp about to be making a shit ton of money, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm really so excited for all of that to come in. Like I just have chills all over my body because I have all these ideas and things that I want to plan and things that I want to fund. And before it was like, I just want a lot of money. And the universe is like, why? And I'm like, I don't
Mm-hmm.
know.
Show it
And
why.
and now I'm like, this is why. Here's the business plan,
Yeah,
universe.
listen to me.
Yeah. We got things to do. Other than that, I want to grow walled off too. Like this is a soul, it's all soul journey, but
It's soulful.
this is this is the most special thing in my life. I
Oh.
mean, it really
Yeah,
is. Like this is the
yeah.
most like Nova Linda
Your
project.
passion for it is there. Like, Sam and your animals and your family
Of
and
course,
all
yeah,
and
yeah,
your
yeah.
friends are
But
the
like,
most important thing in your life.
sure, sure,
But
sure,
when
sure.
you have a passion and it clicks, it's a really beautiful gift because
Yeah, and talking
that
about
doesn't
purpose,
always
like
happen.
this feels purposeful.
Yeah. And we're
The
getting
amount
a
of
lot out of it. It's
yeah,
beautiful.
no, it's I'm saying. So like for me and you, like it continues, but I also want to like up our game again on
Mhm.
social media. Like we have ideas of doing like day in a life, like whatever videos, like different kind of content that we want to post. And I want to get like super good at like editing content. I really feel
Yeah.
like I already have a good baseline, but I just want to keep going with it. Like
Yeah.
there's just so much opportunity out there, especially with that. And I also feel like what we're doing here is important and people can get a lot out of it. And the better I am at curating and marketing it, like the more people are going to see it, the more people are going to relate to it and get to know us. And that feels really special for me. Um,
It almost makes me nervous. I'm like, it's like starting today. Like I had no hesitations. I'm like, I was ready, but I also, you have to reopen the vulnerability box. And it's so hard for me, but I know I need to do it and it's aligned and I'll just keep going. But I'm like, oh my gosh, people are going to
No,
see
no,
me.
it's overwhelming. It's no, sometimes I'm sitting in my shower and I'm like,
Yeah, I'm like, "Fuck,
but
can
like
I
I
do this?"
but I want it. Like
I know.
I'm meant for it. It doesn't
Oh,
matter if I want to do it or not. It's
I know.
inevitable, so I need to get on the
Yeah.
train type thing.
Do you feel that way for me?
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
I've always felt that
Because
way
I
for
feel that
you.
way. Yeah, I feel that way for you too. I'm like,
Yeah.
duh. But for some reason, it's harder. I feel aligned with that. I feel called to that. But it's harder for me to recognize it in myself than it is for me to see in other people. But that's something for me to look at. So we'll see how it goes. I'm not
I
going to
mean,
stop.
you're on this train with me.
I
And if
know.
I have that vision, like you're going to be right there, you know?
I know. That's what I'm
Like
saying.
and then aside from that, something random is I know we talked about this briefly, but I really want to get into like public speaking, but kind of doing like talking to classrooms and
Yeah.
just really putting myself out there in the sense of like outside sales and talking to interior
Yeah.
designers and stuff, but also talking to younger people coming up in the like especially interior design world because I just know a bunch about that. But yeah, I want like I'm already in conversations with SCAD to do like come in and talk, do like
So
a little
amazing.
yeah like a little guest lecture type thing. But I don't know the specifics of it, but I want to get into that as well. I want to be out there just talking. Like, I got things to say.
Let's
And
fucking go, Amin.
yeah.
I'm
And
proud
then,
of you.
yeah.
Yeah, I think we're meant to talk, clearly. We can't shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to read yours. Yours is awesome. Yours is giving me the way mine was formatted earlier, so this is great.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Okay, so I wrote, is 2026 a big year for a Taurus? You're turning 30, right? Yeah, let's go. Yes, 2026 is considered a major transformative and golden year for a Taurus turning 30, marking a significant long-term shift from years of instability towards building a solid, personally fulfilling life. After experiencing years of disruption from Uranus in their sign, Taurus will find 2026 to be a period of recovery, stability, and adulting in a meaningful way, making it a perfect grounded start to their 30s. Key 2026 themes: finalizing personal reinvention. So Uranus, the planet of disruption, finally exits Taurus in April of 2026, ending a long period of emotional whiplash and allowing you to take back control of your life. The golden year for growth. 2026 is predicted to be a prosperous year, especially for professional advancement, with high chances for career recognition, promotions, and financial gains. Both of ours said career recognition, which is really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Building lasting foundations. The focus shifts from chaos to creating stability with Saturn in the 11th house. You'll be encouraged to set long-term goals, build a secure, sustainable life. Beautiful. That's what we talked about the other day. You're building your life. Focus on self-healing and well-being. 2026 is a major year for addressing physical, mental, and emotional health with a once-in-50-year opportunity for serious healing. Hoffman, wink, wink.
Ooh.
Okay, deepening relationships. The second half of 2026 brings more harmony to family life and closer relationships, particularly after June, when Jupiter enters Cancer, fostering a more nurturing home environment. Beautiful. Key dates to watch for you. February 13th, Saturn enters Aries, which may test your endurance and call for stronger boundaries. April 25th, Uranus exits Taurus, bringing a sigh of relief in a new, more stable chapter. June 2nd through October 31st, so that's a big chunk, Jupiter offers a major boost to new business ventures and career moves.
I am telling you, something is in the works right now.
Yeah,
I just gotta
let's
get ready
fucking
for
go.
it. I just gotta get ready.
And then June 30th specifically, Jupiter enters Leo, improving home life, family relations, and personal joy. And I also love a lot of what you were saying gave me the feeling that you will be in more of a free, joyous place. You had a big year and started last year off on a very hard note.
Yeah.
And you made freaking lemonade out of those lemons and turned all that hardship into growth and stability and bonds and
I mean, confident. Like, the self-esteem is crazy.
the self-esteem is through the roof. Like,
yeah.
it's wild. And so this year you get to be happy
No, I feel
because
like
you've
I'm like
earned it.
reaping the rewards of this like
of all the
hard,
work.
of all the
Exactly.
dark nights of the soul. And like
Yes.
it feels like
Yes.
the rap voice. I'm like, I'm gonna show you how good it gets, dude. Like, you don't even know. And the rap voice
Yeah.
is like, at this point I trust you because I don't even know anything.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Okay, I want to leave the last note for it, which I think
okay.
you've already been doing this. For a Taurus turning 30 this year is less about chaotic, shiny changes and more about resetting your foundation one brick at a time, ensuring that your 30s are built on a rock-solid, authentic, and prosperous foundation.
I'm so
I mean,
excited.
how good is that?
That's all I want, dude.
I know. And
It's
you
just-
said this goes back to that thing. Remember that day that we wrote out like our vision for our life?
Yeah.
I mean,
we're on the road.
You're on the road and it's brick by brick, baby. That's not like a thing that just clicks one day you wake up and you have it all.
No.
It wouldn't feel good, by the way, if someone just handed you a genie in a magic bottle, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, I love this episode.
Yeah, this is good.
I can't wait to listen back to this in a year.
Oh, okay. I love that.
This journal does that. It gives you, I did my first one last night. It gives you in the very back page is a letter as my future self. So I wrote to myself as if it was a year from now and I'm embodied all these things. And I just like went for it. And then in a year, I'll write a letter as my current self. So it's kind of similar.
So,
but I'll be ordering this for you. I have your address somewhere on my phone, but if you could retext it to me, I'm ordering it for you. No arguments allowed.
Okay. No, I received.
Yeah. Perfect.
Received. Okay. Well, I think this is setting the tone for this year.
Ended perfectly on the dime.
Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed listening, and of course, thank you again for being here.
I love you.
I know, especially to like a shout out to all of our silent listeners out there. You know, like we still see you, we still love you.
Absolutely.
Like, thank you so much. Thank you everyone for your support, and we're just really excited to see where we're at in a year because we are
Yeah.
not slowing down anytime soon.
No, we're here. We're ready. And we'll
We're
be
here,
ramping
we're
up for
ready,
some
we're
fun
changing
things.
lives. Hell yeah.
All right. Peace.
All right. Peace out. Bye, C.
Bye. Love you.